It is on this day 2 years ago, on Thanksgiving, that I had my last interaction with my father, and I tell you what, it was the best decision of my life. He had been an emotional vampire all my life. It's the flavor of abuse that the child of the person is unfamiliar with what affection actually means. It's to the extent where, when I became homeless, I stayed in my first ever youth shelter. I stayed in the drop-in center before I got placed into emergency housing for 21 days. And the day that I was let know, hey, you're moving to the emergency shelter now, you're being moved to a place more permanent than this, that moment, I cried. And I kept on crying up until I was forced to leave. I felt actually cared about in that shelter by people who are strangers to me that got paid to at least feign caring, if not legitimately care about their clients. And it's when I met one of my first shelter friends who took it upon themselves to hug me, I was trying to resist the feeling of shaking. Not shaking out of, oh, I don't want this, but shaking out of shock, out of endorphins finally leaving my body. Because up until that point in 2023, I had not been hugged by my own father since 2017. And this including so much emotional neglect that happened because of that man. Thanksgiving 2023, he sent me $300 as I was on shift with security. And I had to go to the bathroom because I was on the verge of a panic attack. If I'm in his clutches, he will drain me, just like he has my mother, his ex, among other people that he loved and then lost. As I stood there in the bathroom just looking at myself, wondering what to do, because I've been contemplating cutting him off completely for a few months up to that point, I'd come to the decision to send back the $300 as a homeless person so I wouldn't claim the emotional baggage that I would had I accepted the money. I send it back to him, then I immediately block him. Nowadays, he has no idea where to find me, and I fucking love that. It is not a bad thing to disconnect from your parental figures if your parental figures are reminiscent to abusers. And if they are abusers, treat them as such. Blood doesn't mean anything. Trans people have chosen family, closer than what real blood family had ever been. And now what I don't have in financial wealth, I have in mental wealth. I have several friends, I have mentors, value myself more than anyone else, which is a far cry from what I had felt under the clutches of my father.